Welcome guys, welcome. We're going to be playing some MegaMek today, which is a game that I've actually had for a long time. I've tried to play it a few times and just haven't really been able to delve into it in any sort of depth. But I wanted to give that a bit of a crack today, just only for a short-ish time. There is a soccer match I've got to go and watch in about two and a bit hours, 2 hours will be enough. And maybe if I'll just double check the scores then, because if Australia's losing at that point, I may actually need to keep on playing. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Right. Anyway, MegaMek. What is it? It is basically BattleTech. It's a free system of BattleTech. It's been around for 25-ish years, so a long period of time. It's literally just an open source game. It's just fans have put it together. It's a way of actually playing BattleTech without actually having to roll all the dice yourself. Like a BattleTech game can last literally for hours. Like, you know, actually a turn can last hours. In this case, what the MegaMek system does is plays out all of the die rolls for you. So it's a very structured way of playing like a mech game. It doesn't have the big flashy graphics, but it has all the detail. So it's got like a heap of detail. So if you're into sort of like minimal graphics but very deep and high detail, then this is a great game for you. There are a few, like what I've done is I've downloaded, this is a milestone 0.51. You can also play like development versions, etc. What you want is actually the one that gives you MegaMek, MegaLab, and MegaHQ. In fact, I think they now pretty much all do that. There's also like a nightly build, so you can actually just grab it. Just go to megamek.org and you'll be sort of set, and you can just download that and install it. It is a Java game, which means that you also have to make sure you've got the right Java. If you go to downloads, I won't spend too much time with this because I'll just let you guys sort of do it. So you've got your various, like you've got MegaHQ, MegaMek, MegaLab as individual type things. You've got different extras as well, which you can sort of load in, like different sort of mechs, etc. Hi Began, how you going? And hi to anybody else that's joined us as well. So I'm going to rattle through this, but you want basically at least MegaHQ and MegaMek, which is the two that we're going to be playing with today. MegaMek Lab allows you to build and design your own mechs, which is great, but we're not going to be spending any time with that at all. So anyway, that's sort of where they all are, downloads per day, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I thought there was a way in here to sort of see the actual installation and updating. Here it is. I did follow these instructions basically just for downloading whatever version of Java that I did require. I got rid of my old Java and then just installed it. There's a few different ways of sort of getting that up and running. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time with that. That's up to you guys to sort that one out. Hi Supreme Plague. And Morpheus is saying, has your top 3 games list changed at all lately? No, they haven't. Pretty much. I mean, there's certainly games that will challenge it, but I don't know. The old favourites just keep on coming back for me. Like, you know, like Age of Wonders, Dwarf Fortress. You know, they're probably number 1 and 2 really, and then from there, Distant Worlds maybe. So I've got like a list of games that I gravitate towards. You know, Shadow Empire's up there as well, but I think Distant Worlds would sort of be the one that I would prefer to be playing in that sort of realm. Anyway, let's keep on going. So we've got the so getting your files is here. It's completely free. Like, it's basically just, this is a fan-based sort of endeavor, which is great. So I've downloaded them all. I've got them all running, and they're on my system. So I've got MegaHQ through here, MegaMek, and MegaMek Lab. We're not going to be playing with MegaMek Lab. MegaMek is if you just want to play like a single scenario. So if you're wanting to play a scenario, you can just go and fire up MegaMek. If you're wanting to play a campaign, you need MegaHQ. So we're going to be doing that. And because the reason I wanted to show this, and not that I'm really not good at this at all, But when the actual things come in, this is actually when I first like tested this a couple of days ago to make sure things were going to be working. I sort of noticed, why can't I expand this up? I don't want to be playing on a small screen the whole time. Don't worry, the actual game itself, this is just the launcher for the game. But you do actually have things like, for example, like we can go to New Player Quick Start, which is, I think, great. This is actually now new in this particular system. I'm not sure which version they brought it in with. But we're playing version 0.51. I think it's only been very, very recent. Before, a lot of this used to be very, very daunting as well. So Morpheus is saying, I noticed we have pretty similar tasting games. Could you give me your top 5? I wish I could write in English myself, but my English is kind of bad. I'll have a think of it. Actually, Supreme Plague is saying my new favourite is called Call of Arms. Can't get enough of the random conquest mode. I've actually tried to contact the devs, but they haven't contacted me back. So I don't know. Like it's sort of I'll give that a bit of a wait as well. Supreme Plague top 5. Oh gosh, that's when it, like they do chop and change a lot. Xenonauts I love. I don't know. There's so many. It's also depending on how tired you are as well. Anyway, we'll just keep on going with what we've got in through here. So we're going to do this New Player Quick Start, which essentially just bounces us straight into a game, or a campaign game. Go that way. Okay, so welcome to the Learning the Ropes. So this is actually now, what I might do is I might just cancel this. If I go to New Campaign in here, I can set up an actual campaign and end up basically with that quick player start. You can see it's now sort of starting to build everything up. I'm going to cancel that and just go straight to the new player quick start, which gets me through a lot of the basic things. I'm going to be trying to get into a game as fast as possible here. So you've seen enough of the Magistrate. So the Learning Ropes is the name of the mercenary faction that we're actually part of. So you've seen enough of the Magistrate Armed Forces to know it's time to walk. You did not dragging a few lost souls with you, burning bridges on the way out. So essentially what it's saying is we essentially have got, like, the Free Worlds League wants a message sent to the Astrakazi Caliphate, something loud, something permanent. They're not asking questions, they're just offering C-bills. C-bills is the money in Battletech on MegaMek. So details are thin, enemy strength unknown, but the League isn't betting on intel, they're betting on you. So pull the contract from the market. It's time to put the Learning Ropes on the map. So in that case, we just go confirm. And so this is going to be, so the campaign drops you right into the cockpit, no setup needed. Your unit is ready and the C-bills are waiting. All you have to do is pick your first contract and start making moves. New to the Inner Sphere, no problem. You'll find everything you need in the new player guide. So there is actually one found just inside the docs folder. This campaign was built around it to get you up to running speed, up to speed fast, which is great. We're going to confirm that one. So now it's actually building the starting system. I don't think this is bits very random at all. Like, this is actually now just getting us in here. So this is almost like a save game sort of start. Now we have a whole, look, this is quite overwhelming. You can see I can actually sort of just maximize or minimize. Yeah, actually, where is it? We'll just go and maximize that. That's weird. There we go. All right, so stuff we have. And I'll just try to sort of rattle through this pretty quickly. The Mech HQ is what we're playing at the moment. We're not playing MegaMek. We're going to have to get to a game before we can actually play that one. So what we have is we have a command center back in through here where we've got, like, it's now the Friday the April 8th 3025. So we haven't done any of the setup. We've just literally got what we've got. We've got an interstellar map. So we start over here at Canopus 5. This is actually the Battletech universe map where all sorts of things are on it. So you can sort of play anywhere in the Battletech map system, which is just enormous. Like, this is actually, if you played the official Battletech game, I think you were playing in here, like in around this system, like in the core systems. There's a rich lore. I'm not going to go into that in any sort of depth, but there is actually sort of like, in fact, that's Earth in the middle there, Terra. So this is where Earth is at the very, very center of the Battletech universe. But I think you've played on this border if you were playing like the Paradox game Battletech, which I used to love that game. Absolutely used to love it. In fact, the flaming jester that I use as my icon was actually an icon I made for a run of BattleTech, along with a few others as well. I did the skull jester and also the mech jester as well, but I really liked the flaming one, so I changed my my main graphic to that particular flaming jester one. Anyway, Canopus 5 is where we start, and so we need to we'll need to then sort of figure out where we're going, what the actual mission actually is. So we're here at the moment. There's a whole lot of stuff like the background as to what this is the Magistry of Canopus, for example, and we have a whole lot of different information about the planet there. I'm just going to skip past anything that's not going to get us into a fight. All right, so then that's the interstellar map. Then we've got table of equipment, table of operations and equipment, I think it is, TOE. In this case, what we have is we've got learning the ropes is our base company back over through here. We have a commanding officer, Captain Michelle Double M Marigo. I don't know if I can change the name, so I'm not going to. We won't do a DasTactic run. So we've got then we've got our mech company. Now the mech company is split up into different lances. So we've got 3 different lances. We've got a combat lance, which consists of different mech warriors as well as So the mech warrior is an actual person that pilots the mech, and then we've got our mechs on the side through here. So we have like different. We've got a crab, we've got a centurion, a trebuchet, and a griffin. If you've played the original BattleTech, if you played the board game, if you played the actual game itself, a lot of these names may be a bit familiar to you, and they range from like big heavy mechs, like sort of upwards of around about 100 tons, down to sort of small fast mechs, down to about sort of like 20 tons or something there like that. And we can actually go in and look at big details on any of these as well. So we've got the combat lance back in through there, which and you can see it's almost got like an armor symbol in behind it. We've got a mech lance back in through here. This is actually a seat for sieges, and so these are going to be big mechs, big slow mechs. So in this case, we've got the mech warrior pilots the actual mech itself: a crusader, grasshopper, stalker, 2 stalkers, 2 different classes of. Actually, no, it's just a number 1 and number 2. So we've got two of the same sort of mechs in through there. I'll have to get my head back into gear as to how to play the game when we get into the actual fighting, because I really haven't done this for a long period of time. And then we actually have a small light recon group, which has just got a locus. You can see there even the scale of the mechs when I click on them. Big mechs, medium mechs, and then light mechs, small mechs. These are fast. So a locust, a flea, a stinger, and a spider are the different mechs in through here. So these are mainly for recon, for sort of figuring out what's going on. All right, then we actually have, so underneath the mech company, we've also then got a drop ship. And so this is actually where we can actually then take this particular ship in to drop into different missions. And you can see we've got we've got a commander, a pilot, a couple of pilots that are actually sort of working with the actual unit itself. The drop ship has all got different stats. Like, it's really stat heavy. So if you sort of nerd out with stats, this is a great game. If I go even back to these again, I think I can. No, I can't see that one. We can't. There's other ways of seeing all this stuff, all the different stats. Anyway, that's a dropship. We also have a support battalion as well, and so the support battalion is got some logistics, which consists of transports. So we've got a few different transports. So this is actually like flatbed trucks being driven by the crews. That's just the unit there. So these are things that can then sort of give us supply, etc., etc. So we've got it, when you do this start, you've really got everything you need. We've even got escorts, which give us like the Scorpion light tanks and a couple of them. So we've got a couple of Scorpions back in through there again, and again they've got their own crew. So you're managing all the individuals in this group and all the mechs and all the equipment. You have to look after it all. We also have an HQ, which has also then got a field canteen, so for feeding. So we've got a Sherpa armoured truck in through here. So this is going to be like essentially, again, if you go to the unit, you'll sort of see all the different details in through here. We've got a medical, so we've got a MASH truck through this other side as well, again with different crews. So I'm guessing we'd have doctors and things in with that one through there. We've got security personnel back in through this other side. So this is just a rifle squad, so just a squad of men on the ground, and also salvage. So we have like different This is a battle mech recovery vehicle. So these actually come in after the fighting to then sort of go. So each one of these has got their own crews, etc. So all of those personnel, and I just wanted to just give a bit of a summary as to what's going on. These are all under your command. And if you don't do this quick start, you have to then go and essentially sort of, I mean, there is a faster way to set it up. I like this because we get everything. We don't have to worry about it. If you're wanting to change things as well, like there's this Game Master mode, and so toggles the Game Master mode, unlocks the rule overrides and restrict features for manual editing. You can turn that on or off whenever you feel like it. I might turn it off just so we see the base game, because we get everything we need anyway, in reality. So now, it says we can deploy directly to scenario. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just run through the campaign. So this is the briefing room. We don't actually have any scenarios yet, so we do need to go and get a contract and then sort of fulfill the contract. Area of operations is we don't have anything in through here. Let's go and get, this is actually the personnel sort of grouping in through here with the various people. I've had sorted it before by formation, but if we just go by rank, click that one again. Are we going to see it? Yes, we've got major, captain, sergeant, private. These are all different sorts of things, but these are all the people, individual people that we actually have in our group. So I can, for example, here's one of the Mech Warriors. He's in charge of one of the locusts that we actually have, and he's in the recon group. So if I go and click on Janet Karanaville, that's her in through there, where we start to sort of see like what her skill set is. Like this, I think it's the 3 and the 4 there are important. Thrown weapons don't really matter that much. But this is actually their professional skills, and we want to get these up and running as best we possibly can. So the game is also about managing all of these people, which we're not going to be doing. The hangar is where your different mechs are and actually what their status is. And this is where we can actually go in, for example, let's just go to one of the heavy mechs. You can sort of see them in through here. So if you just go into, for example, the grasshopper, this is the mech in through this other side, and we can then sort of see the different bits and pieces. Ultimately, we can actually then go and change things. Nothing in the repair bay. A warehouse has got all this different equipment in it, just sort of sitting there waiting for us to need it. So we've got things like, for example, when the mechs get damaged, like if their armor gets damaged, we've got 500 armor that we can then sort of make use of anyway. I'm not going to, again, we won't be getting to that. We won't have time for that. Infirmary for any of the, we've got one doctor and through here, the finances, what's costing us and what's not. Mech Lab is where we go and build our own mechs, which I'm not going to worry about. So anyway, that's the sort of like that. There is the rundown of what we need to do. The first thing we need to do is to go and get ourselves a contract. So we'll go into the contract market. Now we've only got one that shows up in here. If I turn on the GM mode, I can generate a new one. But this is the one it wants us to start. So this is not, again, not a random one. But if we start to generate new contracts, we're going to end up with random random scenarios. And so in this case here, what we have is we've got a. I'll just see if I can make that a bit bigger, and just bring this one over. It's got important information. So the employer here. It's very much a spreadsheet game, which I tend to play a lot of spreadsheet games. I don't know why I like them so much. I sort of, but I just do. There's different things that we need to have a look at. This is a real holding your hands mission. This very, very first one. So in this case, the contract name, we can change the name if we wanted to, but this is 3025, which is the year that we're in. FWL, I'm not sure what that is. Castrovia Objective Raid is actually the name of the actual mission or the contract that we're going to be going for. The employer is the Free Worlds League. The enemy is independent, so there's an independent group on this particular world. The mission type is an objective raid, so we're going to have to go in and do some fighting. The location is Astrakazi, which is and if I go and click on that, that will then take me through to the on the map where that is, which we might as well have a look at that. If I just go and click on that one through there, I can then have a look at the I can just click in there, I think. No, I can't. I need to get rid of that. So Astrakazi is here. If I zoom out, we're here. So we need to get from here to fulfill this mission. Now I can do it manually, or I can just let the mission do it. Let's just go to the contract market again. So we go and click on this one again, and Let's have a bit of a look and see what we have. Estimated days or jumps to the location. So it's going to take 86 days to get there. So we're going to be sort of basically in stasis for a long period of time. Ally equipment, experience and equipment is elite. So the allies, when we get there, are going to be very, very high level. The enemy experience and equipment is green. So we've got elite friends and green enemies. So it's very, very easy. It should be easy. The start date is the 3rd of the 7th, 3025, and I don't know where the date is, our current date, where that actually is, but we have to sort of get there around that time. Contract length is 3 months in total. Overhead compensation is full. Command rights is just house. I'm not sure what that is. Transport terms 100%. Salvage rights 100%. So whatever we find, we get to keep. This is really, really important. And then straight support 100% as well. So they're the important things. You'll see them through here as well. Transport terms, we want them high because that's actually really like a secondary element to our actual payment. Then we actually have the specifics of the contract. So the base amount is going to be 5 million C-bills. The overall is going to be 14 million. So there's just heaps and heaps in through here. So anyway, that's fine. That's great. We're not going to do... I'm just going to accept this because that's the only one we can accept anyway. So when we do this, when I accept it, so incoming transmission, this is from Lieutenant, our military liaison. So it says our intelligence indicate the enemy force in this mission are well below your unit's capabilities. To be frank, the operation appears to be beneath the commander of your experience and firepower. We're surprised you've chosen to pursue such a low priority target, given your past accomplishments. This is a complex game. If you're new to it, and I am new to it, then you do need these little sort of hand-holding type starts. That said, you're free to proceed to see value in this mission, whether for training purposes or other reasons. We trust your judgment, although this engagement likely offers minimal challenge or reward. We'll sign the contract. Where can I put my name? So this is a morale update. So this is actually what's going on through here. The enemy is gaining momentum, making coordinated strikes, and allied forces are falling back. The enemy is beginning to dominate key areas of the battlefield. So things can change. So and now when we go through this one, the enemy reliability is +1. Your performance over the last month is rated as a draw. We haven't done anything good or bad. And we rolled a 5. The enemy force is rallying. Now this is where, depending on how high we roll things, we can actually, it'll affect what's going on globally around the actual combat itself. So we'll just go understood in through here. I'll read a few of the comments in just a minute. I'll just get this thing until we sort of get it going through here. So this is Lieutenant Julian again. Okay, so this contract requires an estimated 16 tonnes of cargo space among cargo formations in your table of organisation and equipment. You currently have 18 tonnes available. Great. Okay, so we don't need to worry about anything else there. You've got no red flags and no commendations on your file. I'm Lieutenant Julian, liaison assigned to your mission. Let's keep it straightforward. So this one must be from the free league or whatever it was. Plans are in place to integrate your units into our logistics network. So yeah, surplus supplies will be redirected your way monthly, but distribution will be a need-based. Frontline units with the heaviest attrition get priority. This isn't a replacement for standard procurement. However, if you've got logistics vehicles you're willing to attach to the network, we can bump your priority and ensure your units see a larger share. So this is where we can. I love this. The detail in this game is just well beyond what you get with the high graphics games. Like it's just there's layers upon layers upon layers here that sort of are working through here. And it's interesting. The actual writing, etc., is really quite well done. The system is incredible. I sort of wish I had been playing it more of it, like over the previous years. But now that we've got this quick start campaign, I think now is the time to jump in with this game. So your route to the contract system has been plotted and uploaded. Tech teams are on standby to prep your forces for transport. Everything should be ready by the time you reach the staging bay. So this is essentially where we've got, I'm looking forward to working with you. Understood it, just stay out of my way. I'll just go along with the flow, so we'll be happy there. So this is Recruit. One of our recruits is in the transport team. Captain, our employer, has offered to assist our personnel in getting our equipment ready for transport. Prior to loading, all equipment in our TOE will be mothballed. This will prevent us needing to maintain it while in transit, and the equipment will be unmothballed prior to arrival. Equipment outside our TOEs will be unaffected. We'll be accepting this offer. So mothballing your equipment will temporarily remove it from your TO&E and may increase your transport fees. The benefit of mothballing your units is that you do not require to maintain them. So we're going to accept this. So this is essentially where they're just going to put all of our mechs will now be sort of mothballed away. Okay, so here he is. This is Recruit Joe yet again from the admin and transport section that we have. Our target system is Astrakazi. I've already calculated the best route for us. The journey will take approximately 86 days and cost 6 million of the sea bills. Would you like to accept this route and begin transit? I'm just going to go accept. You can actually micromanage this process if you're wanting to. I don't want to, so we're just going to go and accept. Now what that will do, so here we go, incoming transmission. This is from Private Furley from the logistical section. So Captain, the Free Worlds League is offering us access to several support facilities under their current contract. We've got options, extra medical bays, a full MASH unit if anything gets bloody, and even a connection to some vetted security subcontractors. It's not charity, everything comes with a monthly tag, but it could seriously lighten the load on our core system. If we want in, we'll need to commit early and stay current on payments. We don't need to. We've got all this stuff. We saw that there when we had a look at the mech list, so we don't need to do that one. So let's just confirm zeros all the way through. If I start to add things in here, like if I start to sort of push things up, it's going to cost me like 12,000 sea bills per month. So we've got a kitchen. We've got all this stuff. We can look after ourselves. So we're just going to confirm that one. Are you sure you'll not get another chance to tell your employer what facilities you want to rent? Yep, don't. I'm not going to click on don't bother me again. If you accidentally disable the notice, it can be re-enabled in Mech HQ client options, which I don't want to be going into the options. To be honest, they're monstrously big. There's so much you can turn on with this. So we're just going to go and confirm that. And so this is now the contract market. We no longer have any contracts. We'll just go and close that one off. And so this is now the route that they're going to take us all the way through to this particular system. There's a few systems here that you'll see that don't show up. That's because they're empty systems. If I go and click on those, we can then sort of see the empty systems. Again, there's so much detail in this. It really, to be honest, like because I used to play BattleTech, I'm really looking at this thinking, wow, like this is just phenomenal. So it's actually very, very cool. Anyway, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be jumping. We can do it 86 clicks on this advanced day, or we can go to here and actually just go and go a little bit faster all the way through. So we're going to do that. And what I can do here is I've got 86 days is almost 3 months. So I don't want to do a new quarter because then we'll be over. I can put in the number of days to bounce forward. Let's just do it month by month, and that way you can sort of see what happens as things actually do happen. So we'll just go into the new month. So it's now playing out day by day after I've clicked that, so we can just sit back and just sort of wait for stuff to happen. All right, so awards ceremony, we do actually have, these select awards you don't want issued. These are just going to be different things going to elite vehicle ground crew. That's okay. I'll just let them have them. We'll just issue these awards. I'm guessing that they end up having to pay. We have to pay a little bit more for them, I guess. Just the gunnery skills go up. And so this is what's happened. So from April 9th, jump ships spent 24 hours recharging drives. And so each jump is essentially now just sort of like recharging drives. There's nothing major that happened in that one through there. A few things have happened, like another dropship has appeared in the unit market. We don't need it. And we can also, I didn't show the unit market, but we can actually go into this as well and just find things on the open market. If we wanted to get like a supplementary mech, we can sort of find these things. So we've got like different, if we wanted to sort of like get an assault mech into here, for example, getting a battle master, it's going to cost me 8 million. And I'm not sure what the percentage is. I'm not sure how that one sort of does load out, but we can sort of then just go and check out what the mech is like, what it's got, what it's all this detail, all this bloody detail. It's just phenomenal. Some of these have got little graphics as well. Anyway, it's just such a cool game. If you're into spreadsheets, you're gonna love this game. Anyway, we're not going to do the market. We're just going to get into the game. So that's 1 month down. Yeah, unit market has now been updated as well. So that's the that's one we just were having a look at there. Oh, I think we've also got crew as well. No, that's okay. This is got faction availabilities as well. It's just there's so much detail in this. This is so much more detail than any other mech game that I've actually played. Actually, I was going to do read a few of the comments now. So I'll start with Twitch and we'll just work our way down. Stephen's saying I detect the mech theme today. Yes. Hi, Chris and Tap. How you going? Carpeth is saying hello. MegaMek with Mega HQ is a fun game. Super deep. It is super deep, but it's certainly having this little way of starting the game. It's going to get. I think it's like the reason I wanted to show this is because there's. I think it's now become so much more accessible than what it used to be. Like it used to be, you'd start it and go, oh, it's just too much. But this is not bad at all. Okay, so Kalini is saying, oh, awesome, MegaMek, yes, old school start, nice. This game has so much delicious details in it. It really is incredible. Really like the repair logistics system. It's just got so much. Current date is top right. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Sunday, May the 1st, 3025. Thanks, guys. I will be relying on your expertise, by the way, because I don't know what I'm doing. Current, yeah, there we go. So above the advanced button, thank you for that. I should have, of course, it would be where the days are. That makes perfect sense. And there it is up there too, learning the ropes. It's got the date. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll get there eventually. Okay, so where we were up to, yeah, this is a much easier start compared to before. This is pretty merciful and helpful. Yes, it really, I think this will get new people into the game, which is really the idea. Okay, then Kalani is saying, yeah, this whole Mech HQ campaign simulator laid over the MegaMek Battletech board game simulator is so good. It's incredible. All kinds of vehicles too, aircrafts. Yeah, it's just a mix of everything. Percentage maybe cost compared to base value. So beginner mail saying percentage maybe cost compared to base. Oh, okay, yes, I'm with you. So some things it'll still be there. You can grab it. Okay, I'm with you. So you can get cheaper stuff. I know that there's ways in the unit market where, depending on where it's coming from, like you've got the black market. Yeah, black market is cheap but risky. So you can sort of go into these things into here. So you may get ripped off. Whereas, yeah, look at the civilian market. It's costing a lot. But if you need it, you need it. And so the civilian market's got the tanks, etc., with what these then sort of bring back through. Well, that's 2 million there, and that's a medium. Yeah, look, I won't buy any. But you can sort of start to build up your forces here. So Brother Raven is saying, is this free? Yes, it is. It's sort of surprising. It's been around for so long. It's been in constant development. So just do a search for MegaMek. You will need to have Java running on your system. It is for Windows, Mac, and Linux. But just make sure you're going to have the version of Java that it wants. And there is actually quite a good little tutorial on how to clean out your old Java and put the new Java in to sort of have no problems at all. And I've had no problems at all with it. So it is completely free. So Brother Raven saying, I've just recently got into the Tabletop Battletech Alpha Strike and the full game. This would be great to learn the rules. Yes, yeah, they are. I'm pretty sure they're exactly the same. In fact, when we get into it, you'll sort of see the die rolling and the whole lot. And well, in fact, it does all that for you in this game. I think that what you're doing, like by having an actual board game, I wish I had that. I don't have the board game, but I would love it just to be able to reference it and see what's going on. It would be very, very cool. Yep, so Carpethus is saying sometimes the black market will bone you, pay and get nothing. Yes, Mech Wars uses MegaMek for a PvP campaign. There we go. So thanks, Grayling. And Carpethus is saying I think it's free because it uses the exact BattleTech Mech Warrior rules. It has all the rules, including optional ones. Yeah, it's got so much in it. Like the people who like the I guess the community that's put this together is just phenomenal. All right, so we're going to BattleTech Aces is kind of neat too. So solo play rules for whenever you can't find a game. Okay, and on YouTube we have got WDX is saying, I think this is the most complex war-themed PC game ever made. It has a ridiculous amount of mechanics that are turnable on or off in campaign. There's a lot you can do. Free Worlds League, there we go. Thank you, Evil. And CC is in sort of saying, I hope you enjoy. I'm a massive fan of BattleTech, and especially MegaMek. Yeah, I'm really new to this. I'm an absolute noob. This is why I thought this was good to show it, because this is a noob campaign. Have you enjoyed? Yeah, we got also. Would you happen to know if you're using the newly updated rules for ammo explosions and ultra cannons? I've got no idea. No idea at all. I'm just. I literally I've just opened it up and started playing. So Spiegel was saying, I thought there was a new version of MegaMek made with C#. You might be confusing that with Aurora 4X. I think that was actually the one that was changing. I don't know if MegaMek is. So, and CC is sort of saying part of the reason it's free is that the actual BattleTech devs use the mech design or software made by Mega. Oh wow, I didn't know that, because I was wondering how do they get the license to actually do this, and why hasn't BattleTech actually sort of jumped on it? But I'm guessing this works so well with the BattleTech system. Very, very cool. Anyway, we're going to go to another new month, so we're just going to. This is our second month, so we're rolling forward. Do we need to? Do another one, or is that it? Yeah, there we go. It's now sort of just done the next little grouping through here again as well. Unit market has been updated. So how far off are we now? If we just go back and close this one, we're now here at Serrara. So we're actually just a couple of, this is an empty system that we're actually happen to be in. And you can sort of see here at Serrara, jump ship 94% charged. And so we've sort of now just got to make our way through here. Let's just do it week by week. So we'll just go to new week and get the stuff that's happening. There's nothing really happening in through this other side. In fact, if I move that over, we can sort of see our progression. Okay, do another week. So nothing much has happened in through there. I don't know what this is. So Solaris, that must be a location. Hans Motor retains the championship title. Read more. So in this case, this is the Comstar News Bureau. The grand tournament has come to the end of 3025 with Hans Motor winning the second championship in a row. Several of the matches, no idea what that is. Just close the terminal. It's not affecting us. We're getting close now, getting close to our destination. Okay, so we've got Ganinja. We might just now start to just close this one off, and we'll just do it day by day now. So we're just a small hip and a jump. What is it? A hop, skip, and a jump away from Astrakazi. So we'll just advance it day by day, and it'll just sort of spool up, and we'll get there in a minute. 24th, 25th. So we're now here. But we're not at the system yet. Like, this is 8 days from Astrakazi. So we're now in the system. You can see it's just a small world in through there. We now need to sort of just impulse our way to the planet itself. It just gets larger and larger as I advance each day until we actually reach there. So 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day from Astrakazi. And now we're at Astrakazi. The normal atmosphere is, 62 degrees Celsius. That's actually very, very hot. Tech, I don't know what 1 gram is. Anyway, the tech is F. I think F is, I don't know if it looks like it's bad. So the tech level, here we go. We can actually have a bit of a look at this one here. So population affects the recruitment pool depending on the campaign settings. The tech level affects the prosthetics availability and results the following modifiers for part acquisition. So advanced, you get -2 down to F is +8. So regressed is F. So F is bad. So restricts the market to basic items or makes parts entirely unavailable. So the local market will not be great for us. Industry, F restricts the market to basic items or parts entirely unavailable. Output is D, so affects part acquisition and results in the following modifiers. So again, D is a +2 to those dive results. And so if you've got the base game, I'm assuming this is going to be sort of like, this will make sense to you. Restricts the market, yeah, so that's actually, so we're sort of in the middle of the rung there for output, but the overall, this is a quite backward little location. So now we actually know what we're up to. What we need to do is we now need to go and see what this mission is all about. So we've got the interstellar map is where we are currently. The command center is sort of like just a big overview of different things we can then go and do. I won't go and worry about any of these different reports, but you can always just come back into here to see, well, actually, what do these things do? Yeah, that's okay. I'm not going to worry about those reports. There's just so much detail in this. The table of equipment hasn't changed since we opened it up last time. So these will now have been brought out of mothballing. So we've now got these. The briefing room, this is our actual mission, what we have to then go and do. So it starts on 3rd of July, and this is where we are right now. The end date is the 3rd of the 10th, 3025. I do appreciate them using this reverse system for dates. I sort of like, whenever it goes the other way, you never know with these small numbers whether you're talking about the American system where it puts the month and then the day. I don't know why they do that, or the the rest of the world system where it's the day then the month. Anyway, it's sort of in this case we've got the we're at the location of Astrakazi. Free Worlds League is the employer. Enemy is independent. Blah blah blah. So the same sort of deal as what we saw there before with the actual with what was going on. We don't have any details in through this other side just yet, so we don't know what we have to then go and do. So we don't have any details of what we need to get up to. So we may have to advance by a day again. We can also have a look at the area of operations. This is now the local map that we're playing on. I can't center that, which would be nice if it could be centered. So this is actually where we've got, like, it goes from 0, 0, like down through here. So 0 goes down. And so the first number sort of is really like the, goes like 00, 01, 02, 03, 04. And this one, of course, is going to be the second set of digits, 01, 02, 03, 04, etc. And so we don't know much. Oh, here we go. This is now the objective raid. So, destroy designated targets. So, complete turning point scenarios to fulfill contract conditions. Now, the turning point scenarios, I'm not sure what they are or where we even find them. The campaign victory points is currently 0. Support points is 1 that we actually have, and I don't know what these things do. So, we can manage the support points and the campaign victory points. We have a bit of a look at those. Yeah, remove. Not going to worry about those ones. These require you to have Game Master mode enabled, so you can actually go and tweak your game if you just turn that one on. It's a way of cheating. When, as you know, guys, I'm not a safe scummer or a cheat, unless it's important, and then we do it, of course. Anyway, let's keep on going. So we'll go with. We may have to advance by a day. Deployment period is 3 days. It does tell us here what we have to then go and do. So strategic objectives, we don't have any of these. So we've got to locate and capture or destroy a designated facility somewhere on the map, somewhere on this map. We've got to locate and engage and defeat hostile forces. So if I go and click on them, it just closes that up. Maintain victory point count above 1 by completing turning point scenarios. I don't know what a turning point scenario actually is. Down here, I think it tells you what you've sort of got to then look at. This is the help files in here are incredible. Like with what they actually have. Yeah, turning point. Maybe it's got it in here. Turning point scenario. I'm not going to. Yeah, there we go. Turning points. So turning points of scenarios of significant strategic importance. The exact reason a scenario is designated as a turning point is left to your interpretation. It could be a battle over a critical location. Yeah, okay. So it's a turning point in the actual war itself. Winning a turning point scenario grants you 1 contract point, victory point. Losing, however, deducts 1. So we do need to win those big ones. So let's just close all. What we might do is we might just enter the map and then just have a bit of a look. So let's go and start here, and we'll bring in our recon group to then sort of start to operate on the actual planet if we can. So if I right click, can I do that one? Manage deployment. And so I'll bring the recon group in. So they're going to drop into this particular one. I'm not sure what the BV stands for. That must be some sort of logistics amount to bring this one in. That would make sense. It must be the actual weight, you know, the weight capacity for the drop ships and so on and so forth. So let's go and confirm that one. So are you sure? This is a point of no return. If you select confirm, I think we're going to do this. Battle value, there we go. So we've got low battle value, but high recon, high movement. So we're just going to confirm. And so this is the scenario wizard. Oh, okay, we've got an interception defense already happening in through here. So stop the enemy from reaching the edge. So just by bringing this one in, we've happened to have triggered. We didn't end up in an empty area. We've actually ended up with something where we've got a interception defense. So stop the enemy from reaching the edge. Status: primary forces committed. Terrain unofficial. Dead border. Yeah, blah blah. I'm not sure what that means. I think this is because it randomly makes the battle map from different boards. Deployment date the 7th. Now it's only the 3rd here. The battle date is going to be the 7th as well. Return date hostile. The hostile BV is only 1,000, and our allied BV is so we've even just with this small recon force, we've still got heaps. The formation commander leadership allows the deployment of additional auxiliary units chosen from the list below. So we actually have. So we've got available battle. We've got 1,000 points to spend here if we wanted to. So we can go in and actually bring in. Now this is from the combat mech lance. So the Centurion. Is it one of ours? I think it might be. I think this might be the 2nd of 4 from one of ours. So let's go and bring this one in as as like a support just for this particular group. This lance is this lance is on a frontline deployment and may deploy additional infantry, battle armor, etc., etc. So we'll just go and commit that. So we'll bring that one in. I'm assuming that's all I need to do is just highlight it. I don't have to do anything with it, do I? No, nothing is happening. Commit Mech Lance 2 Recon and any selected auxiliary units. Yes, we'll commit. So we now need to just advance this one to the actual date of the actual weapon. Sorry, of the actual mission itself. So this is the area of operations. Let's just go forward. And again, guys, I don't know what I'm doing here. So if you see anything, please do an @DasTactic so that I get a little beep to say, "Hey, don't do that. You're going to screw up everything." Doesn't really matter in this case. Let's advance the days. We've got 4 days to prepare for this particular mission. So we've got a Centurion being brought down as well. So we should end it with 5 mechs. So just advance the days. This is the 5th, the 6th, and now we've got the big day. This is going to be the day of the actual avoidance when things go through here. Advance the day, and this is the 7th. Okay, why didn't it start? Why didn't that start? Briefing room. Oh, here we go. Interception defense. Yep, okay, so it's different maps, the map sizes, enemy forces are on the move. Okay, so this is enemy forces are on the move, heading towards an unknown objective, and we cannot allow them to reach their destination. Their intent remains unclear, but their movement suggests a high-value mission. Your mission is to intercept and engage the enemy, destroying at least 50% of their forces before they can escape via the opposite edge of the engagement zone. Expect the enemy to favour speed and mobility, avoiding prolonged engagements as they push towards their objective. Deny them their escape route, break their formation, and ensure they do not reach the goal intact. They may attempt to punch through with concentrated forces or use diversionary tactics to slip past your defences. Anticipate their manoeuvre and shut them down. We'll control the battlefield at the end of the engagement, securing any remaining assets and preventing any further movement from enemy reinforcements. This mission is about disruption and dominance. Cripple their forces, seize the field, and ensure that whatever is planned never comes to pass. Any mention of our own forces in the scenario objectives can be ignored. The scenario will automatically update to use whatever forces you choose to deploy. So destroy 50%. So we've got the Recon and the Centurion, the ones we actually have. And then they do actually have, I don't know if it's going to sort of show us in through here. So we've got the full lance in through this other side. We've got this recruit, and then there's independent forces as well. Actually, that must be the enemy. I'm not sure where our friendly group is supposed to be. I'm not sure what that is. Map size. Not sure what that is. Map size. Yeah, I'll leave it unclicked. I'm not sure how that one works. Looks like we can actually bring in specific maps from the Talon Princess edition of the game. Oh, well, all we can do is start the game. So we're actually here in the briefing room. Let's get going. Now, what this will then go and do is it will now go and open up MegaMek, and we'll start to play the scenario. So Mech HQ is what we've been playing so far, which controls the campaign, but not the battle. So now we'll open up this one. It's a bit like Field of Glory Kingdoms and Field of Glory Medieval. So same sort of thing. Here we go. Now there are different characters that have been drawn. So this is so Lieutenant Julian, the military leader, saying enemy forces are on the move, heading towards an unknown objective. We cannot allow them to reach their destination. Their intent, actually, that's sort of exactly what was written over through here. We need to destroy. We need to engage in the enemy, destroying at least 50% of the forces before they can escape. Oh, sorry, before they escape. But that's okay. So they're not going to get reinforcements, which is interesting. Let's commence the drop. This then just has to set up a game for it. So we just click on OK. It doesn't really matter. And here we go. Now we're just essentially this is MegaMek. So this is what we end up having. Sometimes you get the enemy list as well. So we've got the this is the group that we've got going in. We've got the big Centurion is the only sort of big one that we actually end up having. So if there we go. If we hover over it, we can sort of see the various things that it's got, the different sorts of equipment, the different armor and the health points, etc. If we have a look at the smallish flea, for example, only 20 tons in through here, you can see there even just like with a very quick sort of look at it. So the different areas, I might just go through this because we'll be seeing this actually in the game as well. So it's got this is the flea, it's a biped mech. Learning Ropes is the company that it's from. It's from the Recon Lance, and its movement is 6 of 9. Six. I think it's 6 walk, 9 run. I think it's got 32 armor overall, and internals 33. I'm guessing that's sort of just componentry. You've got the head. I'm not sure what the S and L stands for. I can't remember what that is. You've got the center. What is it? We'll get it. We'll look at it in game. This one does have a flamer, large laser, 2 small lasers. Okay, we'll sort of look at that one through there. Yeah, so hex walk and 9 for running. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of running with these little guys actually, we may just be able to ruffle stomp our way through what's going on through here. We've got another big grasshopper which has come in through the. This is the independent Op 4. So they've brought a big mech in to actually help with everything as well. So they've got something that's very, very powerful. They've got LRMs so they've got missiles in through there as well. The large lasers as well. So and the medium laser. They don't have anything small. The Spider has got just medium lasers, so not a hell of a lot. And yeah, movement there. I think it's again 8 walk, 12 run, 8 and then 8 jump. This one's got like jump jets, so it's able to sort of jump around. The Stinger in through this other side again is another jump mech. Only 20 tons in through this side. Machine guns is all it really has on this one, and 1 medium laser as well. The flea we had a look at before has got the flamer, large laser, 2 small lasers. I'll go to the locust, then we'll do the Centurion after this one. So 2 medium lasers, 2 small lasers, so a lot of lasers on those. Then the big Centurion has got the AC-10, which is I think it's a cannon. I think it's like a cannon. It's got the LRMs, which is the missiles. I think, and a medium laser and 2 medium lasers in through there with what it's got also where they are, like, you know, it's got the right arm for the cannon, the left torso I think is the left I think that's the LRM, and so you'll sort of see there that there's actually, I can't really sort of keep it on there. Anyway, we'll get into the game and have a bit of a look. So we've got the different players in through there. This is our independent Op 4, which is coming in as well with only one sort of mech. That's it. So we'll just like nothing we can really do here. So we'll just get started, I think. So Brother Raven is saying, does this have the full array of units like infantry and aeroplanes, submarines? I don't know about submarines. Jim Browning is saying yes. The others, yes, it does. Jim Browning saying, I've played a few campaigns in this. Cool. Yeah, it's an amazing game. There we are. So Brother Raven saying, well, there goes my life for the next few months. Yes. Anyway, I'll click on I'm done. So what this does is now brought in the maps that we then have to sort of then go and do. And I'm really not familiar with this at all. I haven't played this at all. I've just, other than just make sure it's all working. So keyboard shortcuts, got all these different things in through here. Planetary conditions. So temperature is 25 actually, so it's not that hot, which is important. Gravity is just 1G, which will affect our jump jets. Light is daylight, so atmospheric pressure is just standard. EMI, not sure what that is. Weather is clear, so we can see further. Wind is calm, which will affect our shooting, I guess. Wind direction from the north, fog none, and blowing sand none as well. So we're in sort of like a desert type arrangement. Here we go. We've got all sorts of different things on the ground through here. So we've got some stuff that'll be in the way. But the road system that sort of goes through. Now, where do they want to be going? What's our mission here? Incoming missions. I'm not sure what we need to go and do. What if it's a minefield? Not sure what that does. Do we place that? I'm guessing we do because we're in control of the battlefield. Now, I don't know what we have to do here. Like, you know, if this is the map, but where do we start? We've got the valley going through the middle here. I've got no idea what the briefing is. I'm assuming because it's an ambush, I'm assuming we can just place it anywhere. But I don't know which direction the enemy's coming from. Let's go to minefield. What does that one do? It's your turn to deploy. Okay, so we can deploy minefields. I'll place one here. Just go OK. And I'm assuming that they're going to come along the road. I'm sort of, I don't know why, but I'm assuming top right going towards the bottom left. Let's go and place it there as well. Okay, so 2 minefields have been placed. I guess we just click on done and wait for them to come. There's nothing over there, just general. Yeah, this is just going with the locust, which is what's been selected back over here. Okay, so has anyone written what I have to do here? Yeah, so no one knows where the briefing is by the looks of things. This is, you don't have to have I can switch the different views. I don't know what that does. Switch location. Yeah, I can just have it sitting out. I might just do that actually. That way we've just got the big group in through there, and then we can actually have a look at the you know, as much as we can with the actual different units that are around the place. I think my head's in a good enough position there. It won't be sort of too much in the way. All right. Well, let's just click on done. Okay, so we've got an independent Op 4 Team 2, which is that's the other one with this initiative phase. Okay, this is again now a little bit out of my understanding of the game. So we are now in a portion of the game that I know nothing about. So it's saved the game. Okay, it's incoming messages. We'll keep that open. Round report, the initiative phase for the start of the game deployment. So the learning ropes rolls a 7, they rolled a 9. So I think that they get the initiative. The turn order of movement is the learning ropes. We move first. Independent op 4. Actually, that's not them, is it? Wind direction is from the north. Team 1. Team 2. Actually, maybe that is. Yeah, actually, that must be the oppositional force. Yeah, okay. So op 4 is. So we have to destroy that big mech. So we need to start to sort of put things down into everything in through here. Yeah, there we go. Team 2, op 4. So we've got like a heap of points. It's just got 1. But I'm guessing we get to place first. I will place the flea. I think I can I do that? Playlist. Yep, that's it there. Don't need that, I guess. We know who's in it. Report is just that one there. Yep, so we'll leave that one there. Let's go to the flea. Can we do that one? Let's go and pop it there. No, doesn't want to do it. Nope. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong here, guys? Okay, I think it's just to say yes, I understand. Okay, so I'll just go and click on done. Now we get to choose where we are. So looks like we're in the middle of the map. Right. Okay, this is what I wanted. So so we'll just set up in around this little sort of abandoned city, I'm assuming it is, and so we're just going to go in. I think I can then go to the flea. I'll put because I want to see where the enemy comes in. So I'm just going to position myself in here. Now, did we get to see where, or do we have to do everything? Put them all in. So we've got deploy. Let's go to next unit. Is the spider. Oops, hang on, that didn't work. Why is that not working? Flee. Okay, deploy. Right, now they should have had their turn, and they should have deployed somewhere on the map, but I'm not seeing where they are. Just move that one out of the way. It could be any old place, really. Well, I'm not seeing them at all. All right, let's go with the spider now, and we'll just go and place it over here. So we're just going to get like a bit of a bit of a grip around. We've got the this one here is the Stinger, again fairly small, just with machine guns. Not sure what that's got the information there for, like building fuel tank. That means maybe it explodes. Okay, we'll deploy that one. Then we've got the bigger mechs, so the Locust, with the medium lasers, etc. I'm going to keep them fairly central. And then the Centurion. Just keep that one fairly central as well. In actual fact, the Centurion should just be the Centurion versus this other tank, but the other tank's going to be trying to rush through, so we need to stop it as much as we can. We'll deploy that one. Okay, so now we have. Looks like we've got the mission. So this is good for us. We get to move second if we roll a higher initiative. So yeah, they actually go first. I'll just click on done. This is just a summary of what's going on. So they're going to be moving first. So we rolled an 8. They rolled a 5. Yep, they get to move first, and so it's them, and then it's all of ours. Okay, so wind direction. We don't know. We didn't get to see where they were, did we? Let's go and click on done. There it is. He's coming from the north. So he has now moved down here. Let's just go back up. I might ditch that. So he's got his grasshopper, And I'm assuming he has to just get to the south. So this is his mech. A lot of armor. He's got LRMs as well. So we're just going to have to start to run. In fact, what's the red? Oh, that's his movement allowance. I think that's, so he's going to be a bit hard to hit. So so if we have a bit of a look, in fact, we've got the, I don't know if we can pick whichever mech we want to have. So I'm going to go and actually, our mechs just, I forgot to actually change the direction that we were going in. Let's let's move up so we can actually sort of surround him. So I'm just going to move this one up into, this is actually now the way it goes with the walking and then the running. So I'm going to go into the, oops, hang on. I'm just going to go and cancel, press escape. Yep, so I can just go through and 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's about as far as we can actually move with this particular mech. So we'll just go and do that. So we'll just go and that will be our movement for that one. So next unit. These as well, I really want these sort of zipping around all over the place. So that one can then sort of walk to there, but then once they start to run, that it's going to be hard for anything to actually hit it. So we'll just run this one across. Next unit. This one here, I'm going to just sort of scoot in behind this other side. And I can turn as well. I'll just go into there, just so we're in behind this hill with that one through there. So we'll just sort of get into a position where we're, in fact, this one I may be better off bringing this one back. Actually, I will do that. I'm going to bring it down. Okay, that'll do. Next unit. Bring this one up. It's just going to be walking. That'll do. And then we'll just turn that direction, is it? Turn to the right. That just adds one more little point onto it. So we'll just go facing, so it's going up that way there. That'll do. Next unit. So we've got like a lot of them in through here as well. We're certainly going to be able to run further than him. Let's put some pressure on. So we'll get this. We'll get the locust sort of starting to run around now. So we'll just go in and just go to the next unit. That should be all. It's not remembering. Why is that not done? Oh, I've got to do it unit by unit. Okay. Look, in that case, we'll just go into here and move. Assuming that's what we need to do there. Right. And we just get to move all of our. Sorry, all that stuff was done. The locust. We were going to move, running it around up to here somewhere. This one does have up to, with its running around, up to 12. I'll get it close. It's got very, very low armor. If we sort of delay it a little, actually that's not going to work. That's going to be too, I want to sort of stay away from what they're doing, but I do want to come in from behind. So let's go and run out this way. That'll do us for starters. Move. The flea, we'll run across into the, towards the middle. It's only got 8, I think, anyway. It's movement 9. Okay, so we'll just go and move that one. So we want to be sprinting, but it makes us harder to hit. And the stinger. Stinger's got machine guns. Where are you? You're right there. We're just going to move this one across the other side. This one has got movement of 9 running. So if we go to there, that's 6, 8, 9. Okay, so it's 6, then a turn, and then moving up this way. That'll do us. We'll just go and move there. Must make the following piling skill checks. Okay, so we've got a, this is one here, we've got a cramped cockpit. We're running and turning on pavement. So we'll just go and move that one. We'll just go and move that one. Okay, so we've got a, this is one here, we've got a cramped cockpit. We're running and turning on pavement. Must make the following piling skill checks. Okay, so we've got a, this is one here, we've got a cramped cockpit. We're running and turning on pavement. need a 5. So in that case, we'll not do that. Let's just escape. We'll go into here. Try that one. Move. Nope, still needs it. No. And then we'll just turn right. I think there's a way to turning right, Shift D. So if I just go Shift D, I can then just move it that way. So we just get it facing the front. That will do. Move. No, it still doesn't like to do it. Okay, in that case, just move that one out of the way for a second. Escape. Now we're just walking here. So Shift D, there we are. Come on, now you should be able to do it. Nope, still didn't want to do it. Can I just step back one move? Undo last step, backspace. There we go. Now we're just walking. There we go. So we don't have to roll anything there. We'll bring all these up so that they're sort of working with each other. And we don't, like, I don't know which direction it's going to be coming in. I'll just go Shift D there and just move that one up as well. So now it's the combat phase. We've now done all of our movement. And so with this one through here, I've got different weapons. So I've got the medium laser, short range, medium range, long range. And you can see he's well and truly out of range for everything. And so depending on where they are on the mech, like this one here is at the right arm, medium laser here on the left arm. We've also got like small lasers as well, which are very, very small. So these are not going to really do, we can't do anything with that one. So we're just going to essentially just go to skip firing for that unit. The big Centurion has the AC-10, and this one's just out of range for it, so it can't really fire with that, so we'll leave that one where that is. The LRMs it is available there actually. We might as well go for it. Distance from the selected unit is 16 hexes. Hex is not in sensor range. Maybe I'll leave it. Maybe I'll leave it. If we go and click on that unit, not sure where I see the, there's actually a percentage chance for it to actually hit this thing. If I go and fire, I can twist and do stuff as well. So I can do little things just to sort of maneuver slightly. Let's fire. Let's just go for it. We don't get to see it until the end of the turn. We just can, all we can do is build it up. Or I can skip. Done firing. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to just use the LRMs. Coming from the left torso, or the left, like it's on its shoulder, I think it is, these things. Done firing. This guy here has only got small lasers and a flamer, so this is very much, actually that's interesting, the flamer is behind it. Wow, that's actually really strange. Okay, that's cool. Didn't realize that. So we definitely want to have the flamer heating this thing up. That's going to be important ultimately. So let's just skip the firing here. Skip the firing here again as well, just machine guns. And we've got the medium laser as well. Again, can't do anything else just there. Skip the firing. And this one as well, just skip the firing. I don't know what this one's got. Yeah, I'll just skip firing there. So it's now, we now actually have the combat phase coming through. I'll just get rid of that player list, we don't need that. So this is the round report. So we now actually have the, I thought I'd be able to expand, there we go. So, weapons fire for the Centurion is going up against the Grasshopper. Needs 10, rolls 12, so 3 missiles actually hit this thing. So the Grasshopper takes 3 damage to the center torso. Now, I don't know if I can view Grasshopper. If we have a look at this thing, just go general. We don't know who the, well, it's Madeline Kithaby is the gunnery with the low, I think it's low level pilot skill, 6-7, gunnery / pilot. So not all that great. Grasshopper. And so where do we do it? It's got, what happened in through here, the searchlight was destroyed. So need 7 to destroy the searchlight, which we did. So we don't get to see, I don't think we get to sort of, here we go. This is the actual loadout for this particular weapon, for this particular group. So the front armor, we hit it in the, so all 3 missiles ended up hitting the center torso, was it? The CT area through here. So that one actually is in through there. It's got its different weapons. So it's only got medium lasers. It's got one large laser. It does have LRMs as well. It didn't fire them. All right, so what's happened in through here? We have destroyed the searchlight, which was positioned on the central turret. Actually, that's the rear attachments. That's the internal structure in through there. If we have a look at the weapons, the all equipment, so it's got jump jets, got heat sinks to reduce its heat. Center torso. Well, that's not showing us there. If we go it's the all equipment there. The center torso. This is on the internals. Actually, it's got the engine, the standard gyro. Right torso is where things like the medium laser is, for example. Left, right arms, etc., with different things. Anyway, that's in the head as well, which is where the pilot actually is. Life support, etc. Anyway, that's we won't worry too much about that one through there. Yeah. Anyway, we took the searchlight out. Not that they need it. So and we've done a little bit of armor damage. So there's 27 armor remaining. Yeah, only 3 damage to the actual central turret. So that's actually fine. So yeah, so the searchlight has been the light has been snuffed. So Grayling is so Ponicus is saying 6-7. There we go, the joke. I didn't even twig that was about that. Anyway, schoolyard humour. There we go. Grayling saying 6-7. Is this an amputee? I'm not sure what you mean. So yeah. Sorry, there's other questions. I'll just let you guys ask amongst yourselves. Just for twisting the mech torso to bring weapon arcs into targets. Thanks for that, Scholar. All right, so anyway, let's just continue on. So that's done. We're done with the actual mission for the weaponry. Now we go into the next round. And now this is... Oh, this is now... We have to now skip... We're not close enough to do any actual attacks. We have to just skip past all the different attacks. All right, player list, we'll get rid of that one. So this is now the heat phase. So we gained a little bit of heat by moving around. The Centurion gained 6, but we got the heat sinks, so we've sort of been able to diminish those. We picked up a little bit more heat because we fired with those, and so these here are all fine. This Grasshopper had 4 heat sinks, and managed to get rid of all of those. So that's all of the heat is ends up sort of really like the heat is one of the things we need to sort of get going with the mechs and sort of trying to get them to overheat. Like it's one way of destroying a mech. So round 1, they rolled a 9 in this case. I think that's all we have to do. Just go and click on done. God, I might just move that one out of the way. In fact, I don't need to know the planetary conditions, do I? So I'll just get it there. It looks like it's popping up all the time. I'm sorry about the beeping. I might just turn down the sound, because the only sound is actually that beep. I know there's a way to turn it off somewhere, but anyway, we won't worry about it. There's a heap of, like one thing we haven't had a look at is the actual, like, you know, the way that this can be set up to personalize it in all sorts of different ways. Not to make it sort of like super graphics, but I find the graphics functional. Like, you know, you sort of, once you get a feel for what the mechs actually are like, what they look like. Certainly having played Battletech, the Paradox game, I guess gives you a bit of an understanding of the different types of mechs and how they work, which is nice. Okay, so this is now, they rolled an 8, so we go first, and then they go last with everything. That's interesting. It's funny because I thought that we went only one of ours, then they went, but it's all of ours move because they've only got one unit. So they can move. If we have, we're going to have to sort of analyze what's going on here. Actually, where is it? WASD, yeah, WASD does work. If I just go and view the actual, what's the readout? Does that show details? Okay, so this is actually just a readout of what they have. Center torso, you can see there is taking a little bit 3 damage. It was 30, I think. So slight damage there. I want to see what its movement is. So its movement is 4-6 with a jump of 4. Right, so it can run to 6. So if we have a bit of a look at this guy, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he can get to there. He can't turn much. So he can reach that location, and that may be what he's going to be trying to do. So what we'll do is we'll just sort of get in his way. This guy here, if we go and have a bit of a look, I've now, sorry, this is now just telling us what we have to do. We'll just go and click on done. So all of the different units that we actually have, we're going to need to sort of get into a position where we can start to come back in. I'm assuming he's going to run to there, but he may run out to these where he has to do a bit of a turn as well. So if he turns, it's going to take up one of his movement points. He may jump, but there's only 4 jumps, so there's hardly anything. Let's move this one across. So we will actually sort of start to jump around. This one again, if we have a bit of a look at it, it's got the movement 12 is the maximum. But what I'd prefer to be doing is probably sort of running down towards. So let's just go backspace this one up, this one a little bit. Stop the turning. Just move this one down. That's 10. If we move fast, it may become a target, and I actually don't really mind that, to be honest. That's 12, and that's now sort of like that's the limit of its movement. So let's go and sprint to here. So it's going to go turn, turn, run, run, run. So this is all the action points. Gets to there, turns, so it uses up an action point there, and then moves into this location into here. I don't know what the +3 is. Let's just move it there anyway. So we have to move all of our units because they had the initiative. We're going to be wanting to try to get the big guy into a position where we can sort of do a bit more damage. So this one here is going to be, so we are looking now at the Centurion. If that does get to there, we can't see that location. So let's just go and move across. Well, actually, I might move this one, the Stinger. No, I'm just going to press escape. Next unit, I can sort of click whichever ones I want. So the Stinger, let's move the Stinger up. The Stinger has only got machine guns, so this is a very, very short range weapon, a short range unit. So if we go to there, that's 4. We can then just do a Shift D turn and then start to sort of move on up. Let's go into this sort of position where we're sort of running around. That's going to sort of block him off at that location. That should give us a shot, and he should also then be targeted as well. He can actually have 9, so I will just leave it right there. Let's just move that unit up. Now he could go into melee range. Now the Centurion, I'm going to bring the Centurion into a bit more of a central location. That one can't make it. Let's go backspace. I don't want to go that way. 2, 3, 4, and then we'll just do a turn, Shift D. All right, and move, and then we've got the this one here, which has got a movement of 9. Again, not a hell of a lot. So we'll start to just close in on his area, and then we can just do a twist at that point, or a turn at that, another Shift D turn. All right, move. That's good. And then we've still got this one here is the spider. Actually, that one there has got the flamer on the back. So the spider in through this other side is the is moving up. So we'll move this one up into this location, I think. And it can move up to 12. Well, let's sort of close in on where he could possibly end up going. I'm thinking like, and we'll just do a one turn. So what's that? Shift A, is it to? Yep, Shift A to spin that way, and that's going to ultimately be everything. So let's just move. Now he moved, and it said the op4 was falling back with what he did there. Where did he move to? Oh no, he moved there. Okay, so now we actually have all. So he didn't move quite to his full movement. He didn't go up to here, but he got close. So we have. I think the Centurion is not going to be able to get a clear shot on him, but I think the LRMs can still actually hit him. I don't think that they require a line of sight. And so in this case, we've got like a long range. So if we have a look at, we just have to basically give all of our guys orders. It doesn't really matter which one we do, which way we do this. So we've got a, I don't know what the +8 is there. Distance from selected unit is 7 hexes. It's not in sensor range as such. So we can twist, which I think I will do. Which will then give me both. I probably had both anyway, to be honest. And this one here to hit, it's only an 8% chance. And the heat, where's the heat? Yeah, so long range. Target move 5 to 6 hexes. So the target was running. And we also ran. So we end up with we have a lot less chance here. So only 8% there. Why can't I scroll that one down? It's the weapons. General. What I can do is I can actually just switch location. Let's pop it on the side there. That way I can sort of just end up Control K. I'll just get rid of that. It is handy actually having that. I might keep that one there. Control P. We don't need that, so we'll just go Control P there. That way I can sort of see all the stuff like the weapons, etc. I've got a bit more that I can then have a bit of a look at to see what's actually happening through there, including the actual, this is the target that we're going for. But it's only an 8% chance to actually hit it. Where's the heat sink? The heat on this should show up. Yeah, heat 3. And I'll just fire one. So let's just go and fire. The short laser is not going to work. The medium laser, again, I do have another sort of smallish one that I can go for here as well. Not sure what sort of heat sinks we've got. I've got a few, but I'm also ran, so I think I'll just stay where I am. It's just not quite what we need, so I'll just go and just go done firing with that unit. Now this guy can't actually see the grasshopper, so the Centurion is now is in a good position to sort of block things from actually happening. So the cannon can't be fired, but the missiles can't be fired either. I thought they could. Okay, so no, we don't get a chance to use anything here against him. So he happens to be in a location behind this hill where we just can't access him. So that's okay. Then we've got in that case, we'll sort of skip the firing on that one. There's nothing we can do there. This guy here can't do anything either. We will skip the firing there. This one here, we actually have the machine guns can actually fire on this thing. So we also have the medium laser at short range. So if I just go and click on that one through there, this one's a 28% chance. So we'll go and fire this one off. So we'll just go and fire. And we also then have the machine guns, which I'll just fire. Now these ones don't create any heat, so so we'll just fire these at medium range. These have only got like a small chance to hit, but we'll still just go and do it anyway. So the skill of the pilots and things has a bit of a bearing as to how things actually sort of do work with this one. So we'll fire that one, and the other machine gun will fire as well. All right, that's all of them. Now that's the locust. No, that's not the locust. This is now the... I've done those. Oh, this one here. Okay, so we've now got short range for medium lasers in through this other side. So we'll just go into this one here. 28% chance to hit. I'll shoot both lasers even though the heat does come up. So we'll just go and fire there, and second one will fire that as well. All right, so this is now all the weapons attacks that did come back through. He should have fired as well. Don't know if that little red is showing that's maybe that he actually did attract some attention. So this is now the actual the weapon attack phase. So a weapon fire for the locust against this one through here. So we needed 11 for the roll for the medium laser. We missed. The stinger also misses, medium. So then the weapon fire from the grasshopper going up against the stinger. So it's using its what's it using? Yeah, it took 8 damage to the right turret, the right torso. So needed 7 to destroy the searchlight. Rolled a 3. So our armor was destroyed completely. So 3 internal structures are now remaining. Critical hit for roll is 3, so there's no effect there for the internals. Now that was just the large laser, so this one actually really cut through and sort of smashed off the right turret. If we have a look at the stinger and view, we should be able to then sort of see here. So the right torso has now been completely destroyed there. The central torso also then took hits. So medium laser struck the it misses. So it missed with the medium laser, missed again with the medium laser. So it had 4 medium lasers. It missed with that one as well, and it did actually hit the center torso there. So with another medium. It takes 5 damage to the center torso, needs 7 to destroy the searchlight, rolled an 11, so the searchlight has been destroyed, and so 1 armor is remaining. So so the right torso is now very, very badly damaged. You can see the internals. We're down to sort of we're now sort of taking damage in through there. If we have a look at the systems, everything looks okay there, I guess. Again, I'm not really all that familiar with what's going on, but this one just at least gives us a visual summary as to what's happened with the stinger. So the stinger originally sort of started off with very, very minimal armor anyway. Like you can sort of see, like, you know, just 6 on the left turret, left torso. So I'm assuming that's what happened in here. If we just go back up to that first big hit that it did, where was it? Yeah, it takes 8 damage, and we had 6, so needed 7 to destroy the searchlight. Yeah, missed that one. So 3 internal structure remaining. So we must have had 5. So we would have taken. It did 8. So it got rid of the 6 armor, which I'm assuming was there, and then it's then given us like like there must have been five components on that right torso. We should be able to get a bit of a rundown. You can see there the right torso is now, the armor has gone completely. We had minimal armor on that particular one. So that's, yeah, we've got now heavy damage coming back on this one here. So we're going to need to get this guy out of the fight. At least he can still move, so there's no real problem with that one at this stage. Let's keep it going. So that's done for the actual combat report. And now for the big important one, which is going to be, this is the attacks. We don't have anything close enough to do a physical attack, I don't think. I don't think you can actually do anything here. No, I think you've got to be right next to it to be able to do anything there. So we'll just skip the attacks. Okay, next phase. This is the heat. So just make sure that we've got 0 heat everywhere. Even that one's been able to, it's got heaps of heat sinks. So it actually gained 22 and sunk 22. So it's actually, that did get rid of a lot of heat. So anyway, that's all fine. Just go and click on done. And so we're now at the next round, and we got the this is cool. We actually end up getting the roll here. So they have to go first. Awesome. This is now, we should now be able to finish this thing off, I think. So we'll just go in and click on done. Where are you going to go? You skipped over the top. All right. So what's it going to get up to? So it's actually moved across to here. What do we know about it? It's had minimal damage done to it. But now we actually have like a lot of different units can now start to sort of work on it. The Stinger, I don't really want that in the fight, to be honest. It's now sort of, because I've got to now start to think about what we end up doing. I'll just go next unit. Now, these are going to have to battle it out at some point. But I think I prefer to just have them so that we've got all of the equipment firing at it. So if we move across to here, and then we just twist and just get some shots in on it, rather than going for the hits, the big hits. Shift A, we'll just face it. So let's move. It's big advantage being able to go second here. Massive advantage. We just go into the Stinger next, and I think I'm just going to run this one out of the fight, just because it's already taken damage, and I'd prefer to not have too much of a repair bill at the end of this. Let's just move to there. The Locust. Now this Locust has got up to 12, so I can actually get, no, I can't get to there. Okay, backspace. We can at least fire from there though, so we'll take that one. So we'll move. We're getting in behind it now as well. Now the Flea, can we get on the other side of this? Oh, we can. Almost. Now I don't know if we can twist and use the Flamer, but that would be very cool. That's 8. Right arm, left arm. Actually, the Flea's got a large laser on it. Didn't realise that. I don't know if we can just sort of twist. I don't think we can get across the back. No, we can't. We can't get over it. I'll leave it there. So we'll just sort of face the front of it. This may be a terrible move. Oh, hang on. I won't do that. I'll just go back to there. Although I actually really do want it to come back. Let's press escape. There we go. That's got it. We didn't have to do any special rolls there. And then the Spider, just 2 medium lasers. But if I can get in and start to do some physical damage to it, that would be cool as well. Now we've got a total of 12, so I should be able to then spin here, I'm hopeful. Move, so we'll be in behind it. Cool, that's great. So now we're in the combat phase. So I've got the Centurion here, which can then just sort of fire. So we're going, is this the one that we're using? No, we're using the, which one have we got selected? The Locust, back up this other side. So it's, so I'll just keep on fire, I'll just fire at everything we've got with this one here. So we'll just go in and, this is a 58% chance to hit this one now. So that's good, we'll fire. We'll even fire with the small lasers. Bit of heat coming up. I think we take the heat at this stage, so we'll just keep on doing it. Again, 58% and 28% there. Just fire with everything. This is now the big Centurion. The autocannon can now fire as well at short range. So There's also, this is an 83% chance to hit, so we'll fire that. I don't know what the, we're inside, we can't fire the LRMs, we're too short a distance. But the medium lasers, the two medium lasers can certainly fire as well. So we'll fire those, and that's 83% there again as well. And it's not in the arc. Oh, this is for the rear. Okay, that's fine. We'll just keep that one going. I don't know what the arrows coming back and forwards like that are. Maybe it's going to be firing at us. I'm not sure if that's what that's referring to. That may be what it is. It may be that's the target, which is still okay if that's the case. All right, that's good. So we're just done firing there. This unit here with the small lasers, we do have the flamer. Now, if I twist, how far can I twist? I would love to use the flamer on this. I can only twist once. All right, so I can't use the flamer. Yep, no, that's not going to do it. Not going to work. We do have the large laser though, which gives us, it's a big heat sink. 58% chance to hit. Let's fire that one. And might as well use this. Might as well go in with everything, even though the heat's going to be, it's going to be hard without heat. We're just going to go for a bit of a Hail Mary here. All right, that is done, and we can then also do, we're going to be able to get physical attacks, but it's also going to have a physical attack as well, unfortunately, against the flea. So we'll keep them coming in. Then we've got the, yep, that's okay, done firing. This one here, skip firing. Then we've got this guy here with the two medium lasers. So we'll fire and fire. It's actually, the graphics aren't bad, you know, like it's, I remember it being a lot worse than this. This is not bad at all. So this is now what's actually happened through here. They did actually fire at the Centurion. Needed a 10, so it misses with the large laser, thank goodness. Then it's got the four mediums. Misses, misses, misses. It did actually hit the center torso there. So the Centurion took 5 damage to the center torso. It did destroy the searchlight. There's still 13 armor remaining, so very minimal damage coming back our way. The Locust going up against it. So it needed to, so it did 5 damage to the left arm. Actually, it has twisted as well. This thing is now twisted around. So we've got 5 damage to the left arm. Yep, 17 armor remaining. Small laser fire at the grasshopper there as well. So we've got medium, small, needed a 9. So it took another 3 damage to the left leg, which is good. We want one of these legs to come off. Then we've got the medium laser. Again, 12 armor remaining for the left arm again. So yeah, 2 to the left arm. So 12 armor remaining. And then this one in through here, small laser misses. Then we've got the Centurion. This is the big one. This one here takes 10 damage to the left arm. Only 2 armor remaining there now as well. The medium laser hits the grasshopper in the left leg. 18. So there's still heaps of armor remaining there, unfortunately. Large laser hits there or misses. Hits the center torso there. Small laser misses again. The spider, so that's it there, is has missed and missed. That's not good. That's terrible. And then the piling roll. So the grasshopper makes 1 piling skill roll plus 20 damage, and so so it falls over. I think it's prone. It's prone. Cool. It's actually on the ground. So this is now. So it actually had to make a roll for a piling skill, and the pilot is not good. And so it actually needed an 8, rolled a 6, so it fell over. It then falls on its side, suffering 7 damage. So it takes 5 damage to the left leg, 2 damage to the left leg as well. So there's still armor on the leg, and then the pilot. Yeah. So in this one here, the Madeline, the pilot, must roll an 8 to avoid damage. She rolled a 5, so she failed, and so she's ended up taking some damage. So she's got total hits in through there. So she needs to stay conscious. She needed a 3, she rolled a 9, so she successfully remained conscious. So she is now, you can see the depth in this game. It's like graphically it's not much, but there's so much that goes on. Anyway, that's the combat phase. So a lot happened there. Now we get to kick the crap out of this mech. So this is almost over now. So now what we have is we've got the different attacks. The flee has been selected, so we'll just go and kick the mech. I think if it's prone, can we just decide? I think it's going to be unconscious. So we're just going to go and kick it. I can either punch or kick, but in this case I'll just do the kick. So to hit, okay, so hit grasshopper, to hit 91%, yep, that's fine. All right, so we're going to smack it and just, and we can do a lot of damage with this. Then this is the spider as well, can actually do a, the spider should be able to get a kick in here. Why can't you do a kick? May have been because we twisted, potentially. Not sure why we don't get a kick there. We should have a free kick. Anyway, let's just skip the attacks. So the little flea kicks the left leg of the grasshopper. Needed a 4, so it hits the right leg instead. So it actually did 4 damage. So not a hell of a lot. All right, so this thing is now on the ground. Let's just click on done. So we're into the next phase. This is the heat phase. Now it's got 2 heat there. We've got 2 heat with our flea. Everything else is down. That's okay. So that's fine. We'll just click on done. Now they rolled. So we have to now all move first, but they are on the ground. So I can pretty much just surround this thing now with the different units to cause issues here. So I'm literally, while it's prone, it will try to get up. Unfortunately this round, but we'll just see how we go. I don't think it can get up and move. I don't think it can easily. Just go and click on done. So the locust, I might try to surround it. Will that work? Yep, so we're now got it sort of surrounded around the place. I'm going to keep the Centurion where it is. I think we're going to get some good free shots here. If it does come good, the left leg it's taken all the damage from here. Maybe I'll move up to here and then just go Shift A. It's going to have to try to run to the south. Let's try that. Move. Just so we've sort of got it, so we're sort of looking down there. Wherever it goes, we should be able to then cover it. The flea, I'm going to turn this around to use the flamer. In fact, I might just keep it where it is, but I'll just spin it. Oh, actually, no, I won't. I'll keep it where it is. I think the flamer is sort of like a last-ditch effort if something does get in behind it. Let's just leave it where it is. We'll skip the movement. We'll skip the movement there for the stinger. And we'll skip the movement there as well. Oh, it ran. Okay, so it did get to run around, unfortunately. So it's got in behind us. Now it's getting up. It did actually make the roll just, so it only just made it in that particular phase. So, yep, so that's it. So its movement phase is now done. All right, so all of these guys here, unfortunately, we don't actually have everything. If we get the spider, I'll be wanting to twist. So this will get to twist down this way. Oops, hang on. Did that work? No, I need to still twist this one. So Shift D. Oh, wrong one. Let's go next unit. There we go. So just twist this one around, and we've just got the medium lasers, so we'll just fire at this thing. So we'll fire and fire with both of those. the locust, Shift A, so we're facing it. So it's sort of, it's moving away from its location. We've got the medium laser there, so we'll fire. Heat's already at 2 here. I might forget about the small lasers and just go with the mediums, just to try to get the heat sink down. That's good. Done firing. We'll twist this one, so we'll just do a twist, so that's going to be Shift D, and then we've got pretty much everything. As you know, we can't fire with the missiles here, so the autocannon, which is going to do the most damage, so we'll just go and fire with that. These are too close, so medium laser, fire. Again, we've got 97% chance to hit. This thing is sort of like fairly, he's not really going to be able to do anything. Oh, then we've got the rear, that's okay. We'll just leave that one, done firing. The FREE, this is a long range for the small lasers. We've got the large laser. Let's just smack that one. This one has already got 2 heat. Actually, no, sorry, that's the grasshopper that's got 2 heat. You know, we're going to be okay here. We'll just fire with the large laser. Flamer we can't use. Small lasers, I might as well go and do these as well, I guess. Yeah, we'll just still do both of those. All right, done firing, and skip firing for you. All right, so this is weapon fire for the spider. Let's just go and have a bit of a look. Just sort of scroll our way through. So it's going after the FREE. So the FREE took some damage there. You can see there the black, I think, means that it's maybe done. So it all happens at the one time. Weapon fire for the spider. So it's gone and smacked it. So it hit it in the right leg again. Medium laser for the grasshopper. It actually hit the left arm, destroyed the armor, 8 internal structure. This is just with a medium laser. So it's a critical hit, roll 3, no effect. But there was 8 internal structure remaining with that particular hit. But we have sort of now knocked it off. It's prone again. Actually, it's prone on the ground. I don't know what the black. I think the black may mean that we've got it. So in this case, medium laser again hits the right side. Takes 5 damage. Still got armor remaining there. The medium laser misses. The Centurion, this is the big ones that we want. So it needed 3, roll 7, so it hits the right torso. And so the grasshopper takes 10 damage, still 10 armor remaining. The medium, 5 damage to the right leg, still armor remaining there again as well. The FREE, that's actually hit with a large laser, did 8 damage to the left torso, still 12 armor remaining on that one. The small, actually this one here, it actually rolled a critical hit. So with I'm glad I fired the small laser. Takes 3 damage to the center torso. Actually, yeah, so it actually hit this one. 21 armor remaining. Critical hit on engine. So somehow we sort of smacked our way through, and actually have now hit its. Even though there's a heap of armor remaining on the center torso, we've actually been able to get through and hit 2 locations: the engine and the gyro, which is going to then destabilize it a lot. That's going to cause a lot of issues for it. Small laser did 3 damage to the center torso, so we sort of somehow we got through with a critical hit there, past the armor, which is interesting. So Sun's now going for the FREE, misses, but then it did hit with the last one. It hit the left torso, took 5 damage, and the searchlight was destroyed, the armor was destroyed, and we've still got 3 internal structure remaining. So critical hit on the left torso, roll as a 4, no effect, that was lucky. Then we've got our small guy through here. This is, who's this one? That's all through there. Medium laser again, actually, that's 1 internal structure remaining. Critical hit. So we took a bit of damage there again as well. That was on the right arm, and missed in through there. Piloting. So just one again. I must make 2 piloting skill rolls because the gyro was hit. So in this case, it needed an 11 and rolled a 7, so it falls over. So the grasshopper falls on its right side, suffering 7 damage. So critical hit there is fine. Pilot roll. Madeline must roll 11 to avoid damage. It fails, so she's taken some damage. So she did remain conscious, so she's still there. But this guy is now really struggling. So if we look at the armor, so the armor is still there all across the board with this guy, but it is causing, it's got 2 heat with this one. Weapons are still all active ultimately. It's got heaps of heat sinks. She's taken 2 hits. In general, yeah, you can sort of see it's starting to dissolve away. Left arm is close to being destroyed. All right, but still, you can still sort of wriggle around on the ground there, I guess. So, so we'll just click on done for the for that range through there. Now we've got the this is now the next phase, which is the heat phase. So the grasshopper is now at 10 heat. All of mine, except for the flea, flea's got 2. This is now starting to overheat, which is good for us. So we'll just go and click on done. And loading the ropes, rolls at 6. Yeah, that's okay. So we get to go first in this next phase. Yeah, the spider doesn't get to do anything in terms of the, you know, the physical hitting. I don't think, for some reason. I'm not sure why. Anyway, we get to after they move. So now we can really finish this thing off. Oh, and it just got destroyed. Okay, so it actually blew up, ultimately. So, yep, grasshopper is falling back. Is immobile, abandoning unit. So they've actually now left the this one through here. I can just skip my movement everywhere. So that will be a successful mission. Minimal damage. And that should be done there. So that's good. So she ejects. Must make a piling skill landing in the clear terrain. She succeeds, so she's actually safely out of the mech, but the grasshopper is destroyed. So we'll just click on done, and nothing for us to fire on. So we'll just skip firing all the way through, and done. All right, so Team 1 fled. That should be the end of it. What do we have to do now? Don't tell me we've still got movement. How do I end this? I wanted to go and watch the soccer, actually, so I'm not sure how we end up getting this one done. We don't have to go anywhere. Oh, hang on, she's over here. I didn't see her there. All right, in that case, we'll just finish her off. So unfortunately, I'll just go Control K, get rid of that so we can see her. Oops, hang on, why is that not doing it? Just press Escape. Control plus K. There we go, got it. So that's the pilot there. All right. Go to here. I think that's all we need to do, basically. So we'll just go and move. I'm sure surely that will be enough to get what we need. Actually, I'll do nothing there. I'll just skip movement. Actually, we'll just turn. The flea, really the pilot can't do anything, so we'll just move the move down towards this location. And the pilot can't do anything against this one, so we might as well start to come back as well. Move there. Yep, you can move there. Spider. got the can't really do anything here. I'm just going to skip the firing. I'm not sure how we finish this one off. Pilot. Yeah, I'll just aim at the pilot here, I guess. I shouldn't have stood on top of it like this. So we'll just go and fire. Medium laser, 58% chance to hit it. Yeah, fire again and fire again. Actually, no, we can't do that with that one. All right, so we're done firing. Twist, so Shift D. And one of these will surely have to kill it. I won't worry about the large laser. Done firing. I think we'll just skip firing here. Medium laser, 58%. I'll fire with that one. Just done firing. All right, so weapon attack, 2 damage, platoon killed. There we go. So destroyed by damage. So that should be the end of it now. So we're just going to click on done. And then we've just got our heat, which is not really a problem. And that's it. Do you want to save a GIF of the game summary? No. Do you want to save a record of all units, including salvage for the file? Yes. I'm guessing that's what we need. So that'll do, I guess. I'll just save it. Yeah, that's MegaMek. Not sure where we put this stuff, to be honest. I'll just save it in the base directory. And victory, there we go. So we've done it, guys. Do you want to, here we go, and we are back. That's still MegaMek. Do you want to declare your side as controlling the battlefield? Yes, I control the field. So we've got heavy damage to a couple of units, pretty much. So we'll just go and click on next. Our personnel, everyone was fine. Salvage. We do end up with this one through here. So we're going to salvage. We can sell it, but we do want to salvage this one because we get full salvage rights. So this is a big grasshopper that it's inoperable, but we can eventually sort of fix it. Claimed by. Oh, who do we want to claim it by? I think we'll give the Centurion. Actually, was it the I don't know who did it. Anyway, let's go next. That was good. Next. I'm going to skip past this one and just go and finish. So, are you sure? Yes, confirm. And there we go. We've got some combat action, so we'll issue the awards. And we are back with the other one. So we're back in this mode now. So that was really cool. That was actually, I won't keep on playing this anymore because I do want to go and watch the soccer. So, so I'm just going to leave it there, guys. And but that gives us a full rundown of the campaign, like a very, very quick sort of summary of the campaign. One of the missions, a very easy mission, of course, but it's actually really cool. So it's there we go. So Pixel saying MegaMek is looking more shiny than I remember. Yes, same here. When I saw what Mech HQ did with this new start, it was very, very cool. So because I've sort of struggled with this game on and off for many, many years, and it's really nice to be able to actually play something where it's actually where you can actually understand what's going on. We didn't really have a look at all these different things, with going through the various, there's so much information in this game. It really is amazingly well done. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching, and I've missed some comments, but I really do want to go and watch the soccer, so I'm just going to leave it there, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Oh, please, if you're watching on YouTube, my new live, like if I ever did this as a long live stream series, it won't be here on my main channel. I wanted to just do a one-off video for this one. But if I do this in the future, and I'm not sure if I will or not, but that will be on my @DasTactic Live, which is my new YouTube channel. I will be putting more content up there probably tomorrow, I think. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.